Hello, in this section we'll see about z-index property. Z-index property is to define the stack level of elements, which means when there are a number of elements overlap with each other, which element becomes as the top will be defined by z-index. So let's create and see some demo. So let's create three elements having div, class name of parent, and this class parents we have two div elements. The first one having class name of first and some content. Let's give it first div element, and let's create another having a class name of second div element. So here we have a parent element which includes two div elements. So let's adjust the style tag. Let's give the parent element some behaviors. So we make the parent element to be positioned relative because I want to move the second element somehow shifted to the top to see how they stack together and which behavior they show. So position to be relative. So correct the typo. So and let's give some widths for the first class. Width of 100 pixel, height of 100 pixel, and background color of, let's say, tomato. The same way we give for the second element, dot second, a width of 100 pixel, height of 100 pixel, and background color of light blue. So let's see what it looks like first. So if I open it, you see two elements flow directly to each other. So there is the first div element first and then the second div element second. So I want to move the second div element to the top. So in order to make that, I have to make it position relative. So I give position relative and I give it top value. So I make it absolute. Then I give the top value of, simply let me give it to 50 pixel. So it becomes as the half of the first div element. So if you refresh now, you see that the second div element is at the behalf of the second div element. If I make it, for example, 70 pixels, so if I make it 30 pixel, it becomes it shifts to the top. So the second element is always becomes as the top. But if you want to reverse the order, you have to make the z index. So z index property then we can give -1 for the second element. So if we refresh it, the first element becomes at the bottom. So always the z element having lesser value it's at the top. So if we make both of them, for example, positive, if I give this one the index 10, it becomes at the top. So always an element with z index a greater value becomes at the top. As you see here, for example, z index 100 and the second one is z index 10. Also make sure that elements are positioned somehow. It should be positioned, so it may be relative or absolute. Here we make it absolute, and I want to move it somehow to the top, so I make it absolute. So if elements are positioned and have the higher z index value, it can be at the top. If I change this one to 110, and if I refresh it, it becomes at the top. So that is the z index element in CSS. Thank you.